Panthers fans, it's here. Week 1 is finally upon us. But instead of celebrating a clean start, the very foundation of this team, the offensive line, is already under attack. Key players are banged up, and the question is simple. Will Carolina's front line even survive the first kickoff? The countdown is over. The season we've been waiting for all summer is here, but the Carolina Panthers are walking into battle already bruised and battered. And let me tell you, these aren't small injuries we're talking about. These are the big boys up front, the ones who protect your quarterback, open lanes for your running backs, and set the tone for the entire offense. Let's break it down. Ikem Ekwonu, the anchor of this line, just had appendix surgery. From everything we're hearing, it's almost certain he won't suit up in week 1. That's a massive blow. Robert Hunt, dealing with a foot injury, was limited in practice. Coaches expect him to push through, but a foot problem for an O-lineman? That's no small thing. Damian Lewis, nursing a shoulder, also limited. Offensive linemen need their upper body strength every snap. One wrong move, and it could get worse. Deshaun Williams-Mattis in your original sat out completely with a knee issue. No practice means no rhythm, no chemistry heading into Sunday. And then there's a Sean Robinson battling a groin injury. And if there's one injury you can't hide in the trenches, it's the groin. Movement, leverage, power. It all starts there. Now, here's the truth. Some of these guys will probably push through. Hunt looks like he'll be out there. Lewis, maybe. Robinson? Possibly, but risky. But no matter what, this isn't how you want to start the year. And that's what scares me. Week 1, and already the O-line looks fragile. Your quarterback can't be confident if his bodyguards are hurt. Your run game can't get rolling if the big men up front can't drive defenders back. This isn't just about one or two names on the injury list. This is about whether the Panthers can even execute their game plan when the most important unit on the field is already patched together. The appendix surgery? That's medical. That's life. Nobody is blaming Icky for that. But when you pile all these injuries together, it's hard not to feel nervous. This isn't how you want to walk into battle. And yet, Sunday is coming whether we're ready or not. Panthers Nation, I want to know, on a scale of 1 to 10, how worried are you about this offensive line heading into week 1? Drop your number in the comments right now, because this could define the entire season. Let's talk about this for a second. The timing of Ikem Ekwonu's appendix surgery still blows my mind. Like seriously, why now? Of all times, his appendix decides to go rogue less than 2 weeks before kickoff. If it had happened in April or May, sure fine. But right before the season, that's brutal luck. So let's be real. Icky's almost guaranteed not to play this week. Hunt and Lewis should be good to go. Mattis probably wasn't going to be heavily used anyway. And Robinson's status comes down to the wire because of that groin injury. Translation? Carolina heads into week 1 with questions hanging over the very unit they need most, the offensive line. But hold up, as if that wasn't enough, we've got breaking news from the league itself. The NFL has changed the overtime rules again. Yeah, you heard that right. Just when we all got used to the old system, they've decided to flip the script for the 2025 season. Here's what's new. Overtime will now be one 10-minute period after a short intermission. Both teams are guaranteed a possession. No more score a touchdown first and the game's over. That rule is gone. The only exception? If the kicking team forces a safety on the first possession, it ends right there. Otherwise, both sides get the ball. After each team has had a chance, if it's still tied, then it becomes sudden death. Next score wins, no matter what. Let me break it down with an example. Say we're playing Jacksonville. We win the toss, drive down, and score a touchdown on the first possession. In the old days, ball game, Panthers win. But under this new rule, Jacksonville still gets a shot. If they score a touchdown too, we're tied again, and then the game becomes sudden death. Whoever scores next, no matter how, walks away the winner. And here's the kicker. Even a pick six on the first drive doesn't end it anymore. That's right, only a safety can finish the game early. A pick six? No. Opponent still gets their possession. This completely changes the strategy of overtime. Coaches can't just play for one big drive anymore. Defenses have to stay locked in. Offenses have to be ready for a counterpunch, and fans, well, we better get used to a lot more nail biting. Panthers fans, what do you think about this new overtime rule? Do you like that both teams now get a fair shot, or do you think it just drags out the game? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I need to hear where you stand on this. The more I sit with these new overtime rules, the crazier it feels. Like, seriously, what happens if there's a pick six? Does the game end or not? Because a pick six is basically the same thing as a safety. Defense takes the ball, defense scores. But under this rule, apparently not. The league is saying only a safety ends it immediately. A pick six? No, opponent still gets their turn. That's wild. But here's the bottom line. The touchdown on the first drive, and it's overruled, that's gone. Throw it in the trash. That means this season is going to be unlike anything we've seen before. Overtime just got 10 times more unpredictable. And unpredictability is the perfect word for the Carolina Panthers in 2025. Because make no mistake, this year is a canon event for this franchise. It's the year that will shape everything moving forward. And no one knows that better than the man under center, Bryce Young. When asked about the season, Bryce didn't sugarcoat it. He looked straight at the cameras and said, "This is a pivotal year for our team. The goal is simple: win, game by game, one at a time, but it's all about team success." That right there tells you everything. Bryce isn't blind to the noise. He knows the media has been circling him. He knows fans are debating his future every single day. Year three is supposed to be the make or break year for a quarterback, and Bryce feels that weight on his shoulders. But here's the thing, every great player has faced this exact moment. And Bryce has been compared to someone very familiar with doubt: Steph Curry. Think about it. Steph came into the NBA undersized, injury-prone, and doubted by everyone. People called him overrated, even a bust at one point. But once he found his rhythm, once he put it all together, he completely changed the game of basketball. That's the vision people have for Bryce Young. He's undersized. He's been questioned. He's been doubted. But if he flips the switch, if he blossoms into the player he was always meant to be, the Panthers aren't just getting a good quarterback. They're getting a superstar who can redefine their future. And here's the twist of fate that makes it even crazier. Steph Curry himself is a Panthers fan. That connection, that parallel, it almost feels like destiny. Bryce Young's story could follow the exact same path, from doubt to dominance, from overload to unstoppable. And you can feel it, Panther Nation. This year isn't just another season. It's the year that decides whether Bryce Young is just another quarterback, or the quarterback that finally changes everything for Carolina. Panther fans, I want to hear from you. Do you believe Bryce Young will have his Steph Curry moment this year? Drop your confidence level in the comments, 1 to 10. How sure are you that Bryce takes over in 2025? Man, when I look at that freeze frame of Trimble sprinting, it says everything. He's not just running, he's announcing to the world, "I'm coming." That's what this whole Panthers team feels like right now. Quietly building, quietly grinding, but ready to explode when the time is right. And speaking of exploding, Panther Nation, it's your turn to speak your truth. Because at the end of the day, this team isn't just about the players on the field. It's about the fans who live and die with every snap. One of you said your favorite number was 11 because of your birthday on Veterans Day. That's powerful. That's a reminder of sacrifice, of family, of what this game means beyond just touchdowns and stats. Another fan shouted out 242 because of Jeff Garden, showing how sports, whether football or racing, always find a way to connect us. Then we had another comment that hit hard: "They're sleeping on us." And you know what? That's the truth. Across the league, people aren't giving Carolina the respect they deserve. Opponents think we're rebuilding. Analysts think we're years away. But that's the beauty of it. Let them sleep. Because when this team wakes people up, it's going to be too late for the doubters. This isn't just another season, Panther Nation. This is the year of proving people wrong. This is the year of showing up on Sundays, punching the so-called favorites in the mouth, and walking out with respect. And that's where you come in. Every fan, every comment, every ounce of belief matters. Because when this stadium roars, when this fan base unites, it gives this team something money can't buy: energy, passion, fire. So I want to hear from you right now. What's your level of confidence heading into week one? Who do you believe is going to step up and shock the league in 2025? Drop your answers in the comments and let's make Panther Nation's voice the loudest in the NFL. Because one thing's for sure, they can doubt us, they can sleep on us, but they can't stop us. Keep pounding.